In this video, we are still working on the cube assignment, that is assignment 306. So let's go ahead, and now we need to create a new data source view. To do that, on your right hand side in the Solution Explorer, you will see data source view. Want to highlight it, right click on it, and click on new data source view. It opens the wizard for us. I'll click on next, and it asks us to select the relational database sources. So for us, since I'm working on the fresh data warehouse with completely loaded data that I gave you, I'm going to select PTI DW complete. If you are working on the data warehouse that you created in previous assignments, please go ahead and select that one. Then we can go ahead and click next. The next thing we need to find is select tables and views from the relational database to be included in the data source view. So from that data warehouse, what are the tables and views that we want to be included in our current data source view? So in this case, we want all the dimension tables as well as the fact table. So let's go ahead. I'm holding my shift key and hitting the down arrow, selecting all the dim tables and the fact table. There's another table here called sys diagrams. This is the one I'm not going to select. Once you have highlighted these, click the first arrow in the middle so all the available objects that you have highlighted can be transferred to included objects. So hit this first arrow here. The only thing that's still remaining in available objects is your sys diagrams, which we don't want. Now you're ready to go ahead and hit next. So the next step is basically giving it a name to this. So I just added the word view at the end of PTI DW complete. So making it PTI DW complete view. We can go ahead and hit finish now. Once this processes, you will see under Solution Explorer data source view that a new data source view has been created. Let's go ahead, click on that data source view. This produces a diagram very similar to the one you saw in SQL Server Management Studio. I'm going to move some of these objects around so we can see all of these together in one window. So I like to put my fact table in between, then my dim tables, so they are nice and clear. Now I can click and go to zoom and zoom to fit. So we have a better view of all of these, and then if you want to move them a little bit up or down just so the arrows get straightened up, feel free to do any of those things. The next thing we need to do is to add 3 named calculation fields to the fact manufacturing table in the data source view. So these are basically the fields that you will be using later for your time dimension. These are going to be your year of manufacture, month of manufacture, and quarter of manufacture, and these are going to be derived from date of manufacture. So you have been given a script to work on to calculate the year of manufacture as take the year of date of manufacture and then convert it to 4 characters. Month of manufacture can be calculated by taking the year of month of manufacture and calculating the month as well, then converting it to a varchar. Finally, you'll do a quarter of manufacture, and the script is also given below. So basically, this takes the month out and compares if the month is between 1 to 3, then this is first quarter. If the month is between 4 and 6, then this is the second quarter. If the month is between 7 and 9, then this is the third quarter. Otherwise, this is the fourth quarter. So the script is given to you. We can just use it to copy paste. I'm going to right click on my fact table and click on new named calculation. This column I'm going to call as year of manufacture. You can even copy paste this from your script or the PDF file. Now copy the formula that was given to you and pasting that right in the expression. So I have convert char for year of date of manufacture. I'm going to hit OK here. We'll do the same thing again. So new name calculation. This one I'm going to call as month of manufacture. Then once again copy the formula that was given and then copy that and paste it here in expressions. And you can hit OK. Let's do it one more time. So right click, new name calculation. This field is called as quarter of manufacture. And I'm going to copy the case expression that was given to you into the expression field here and hit OK. So now you should be able to see all the fields here. Let's increase the size of the fact table a little bit so you can easily read all of these. So make sure we hit save all so these changes are reflected. Let's go ahead, right click on the fact table and click on explore data. This will show us some sample data from the fact table and let's have a look at it. So the product code, batch number, machine number, all of these fields up until the rejected products, these are the fields that were in the fact table before we started working on the queue. So these were coming from our previous assignments. And then we have year of manufacture, month of manufacture, and quarter of manufacture. These are the three new columns we just created. And just for reference, let's take one of the date of manufacture, like the first one, product code 18 here. So it's 2006-11, 1st of January 2006. So look at how year of manufacture is extracting only the first four characters or the year character, 2006. The month here is represented as 2006_1. It means the first month of 2006. Then obviously January is quarter number 1. So the data in the quarter field says 2006_Q1. So you can have all of these data which are generated based on the date of manufacture from the given expressions that we had. And these fields that we have created will help us in our analysis as we go further. For now, once you have had a look at it, feel free to close just the Explore Fact Manufacturing Table data view and go ahead and just close this one. The next thing we want to do is to create a cube for the PTI Fact Manufacturing Table. So let's go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do is on the Solution Explorer, we have cube. So I'm going to right click it and click on New Cube. Then again in the wizard, I'm going to click Next. And the first question for us is select the creation method. So we are going to use existing tables. So highlight use existing tables and go ahead and click Next. The next thing we have to provide is select measure group tables. So where are our measures located? They are in the fact table. So scroll down all the way and select fact manufacturing table. That's the only table you need to select here. And go ahead and click Next. Then see it highlights all the measures in the fact table. And it has one new measure that we have not seen before that was created while creating the cube. Fact manufacturing count, which basically shows you how many measures are there. Go click on Next. And then the question for us is select new dimensions. So what new dimensions do we want to be created? We have to highlight all the dimensions but not the fact table. So the last two where it says fact manufacturing, we'll uncheck that. Make sure everything that's a dimension is checked. Go ahead and hit Next now. The next thing is go ahead and give it a name. So I'm going to take the view out of it and the name I want to give it cube. So PTI Data Warehouse Complete Cube. And here's a review of all the dimensions and measures in here. You can go ahead and hit finish. So now this is a view of our cube. Let's move some of this stuff around so it's better to see. I'm going to move some of these here. And you can do as you see fit. The goal is so it's easier to read in one screen. So I'm going to do this. Now I'll do zoom to fit, so it's much easier to read on one screen, maybe a little bit closer. Okay, once again I'll do zoom to fit. Okay, it's much better to look at now. Now you can see here that you have your fact table selected, you have all the measures in your fact manufacturing. You can also see the dimensions under here. So let's go ahead, and one real quick thing I would do is go to the fact manufacturing count, which is one of the measures, and I want to rename this. I just want to remove the word fact from it and just call it manufacturing count. So once you highlight fact manufacturing here, on the right hand side bottom, there is the properties window, within which if you scroll down, you will see one of the fields is called as name. So right next to the name, I will take my cursor and remove the word fact from it and then hit enter. You will see that the new name for this field is manufacturing count. The name has changed here. Now let's go ahead and hit save all. And in the next video, we'll make some more changes and edits to this cube.